Hey, how you doing? This is Tony from Six String Corner, and today I'm going to show you the parts to the Eagles song Long Run. All the guitar parts, that would be the slide, and the rhythmic parts to the song. So hopefully you'll get something out of this, and you can make it work for you. For this song, you can tune these strings to the open E. That's really good for slide guitar. Though, if you don't want to do all the strings, don't worry about it, because you're really only going to use these first three strings pretty much. I think one time I used this string here, but I'm using these, so really all you need to do is to tune your G to a G sharp. Then it's going to be a lot easier to play a lot of these notes that go in between the B and the G string. It's also really easy to play it with the rhythm guitar. So let me go through the rhythm guitar first. So with that tuning, you can just bar the first three strings, in this case on the 8th fret, first three strings, and I'm going to drop my whichever finger, little ring, and to the 10th fret on the B string. So 2 times with the barred finger, and then put that ring or little finger on the 10th fret and come back to the bar. So, and in between, right? So there's this little chunka in there. So we're just going to mute those strings and do that in between some of those notes. And then up here to the 13th fret, and do the same pattern with the ring finger is going to drop down to, well, let's see, I'm on the 13th fret, so it's going to drop down to the 15th fret on the B string. And that's really the rhythm through most of the song. In the chorus, it does that too, but it's shorter. The only other part is, I guess you'd call it the pre-chorus. So in the pre-chorus, I'll call it the pre-chorus, we're playing technically an A minor, but because of the G sharp, we're going to play it right like this. We're going to bar a string 1 and 2 on the 5th fret and place our finger on the 4th fret on the G string. So you go down, up, and then kind of like just do a chunk down. We're going to mute the string. And then a series of upbeats. And notice that I'm stopping. I got stops after each upbeat. And you can definitely make a noise in that string to, really give more of an effect on the rhythm as you come back up. And then the other chord here, it's an F major. We would not play it this way because of that G sharp. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bar the first fret on strings 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do that same rhythm. What I would suggest is finding a way to at least mute this D string so you don't accidentally hit it, unless you want to put your finger here. Alright, it's not necessary to hit that note, but you don't want to have that D string ring out. So either mute it or put your finger here, so in case you accidentally hit it, you're still hitting the chord. Looks like an F minor, but it's actually an F major with that tuning. There's that part that you're going to play. It's a G chord. You can just play the G here, or the G here. Or if you want to do a little more of a full G major chord, you can play it here. It looks like what you would normally see as a major 7, but if you want, you can do it that way too. Hey, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you've got anything to say about how I'm teaching the song, what you've learned. Is it great? Something that could be better? Love to hear from you. Hey, if you're looking for any free guitar lessons, click the link below. It'll give you a link to get that as well, so go ahead and take advantage of that. All right, let's get back to the lesson. So the main slide starts up here. It could start anywhere here. I'm going to do it on the B string. on the 13th fret. Now I should note that on this guitar that I'm using, strings are a little bit down, probably more than you would want to, a little close to the neck. If you really wanted to play this effectively, you're going to probably want to raise these strings up a little bit, or get a guitar that's got a little bit more height off the fretboard for the slide. Okay, so you're going to hear a little bit of buzzing on my part, but I'm really just here to show you the notes. I would obviously use a different guitar for this, but right now this is what I have handy. So what I'm going to do is play a C note, so without the slide. So 13, from 10 to 8, and then go back and forth between those two frets, and then there. So we're going to go from 8 to 6 to 4. Slide. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry for the buzzing, but you get the idea. And then, so that's going to slide on the G string from 6 to 8, 8 to 10 on the B, and then 8 on the first string of the E string. And then we play this part, and that's going to be that's on the B. So E, and then just a on that first string. That's going to come back and repeat occasionally. So there's a lot of little fillers. So you'll see there's some of these notes here. We're going from 13, 12 to 8, I'm sorry, to 10, 8, 10, back to 8. And sometimes it just sits on that A. So there's like one part in the song where you're just gonna hold that note, that A note, the 10th note on the B string. And there's parts where the parts of that intro are going to come in. So you'll play this part sometime. And so then in the chorus, one part of the section, this part repeats itself quite a bit. The notes I'm playing here is on the G string, on the B string, and then from here I can either slide up to get this 13th note, which is that F on the high E, or you can go, well, I'll end up on that C. And so some of these parts do repeat. So those are the primary parts. For the guitar solo, what you're going to play here is, so we're going to go on the G string right here. And that's, again, we're, just to kind of recap there, 6 to 8, to 8, to A, slide down to 6, to 4. And we do it again, and then, but we end up here on 8. And then we repeat that up here on the F chord. So we're going here from, what is that, 11 to 13, 13, 13, 11, 9. Sometimes you're going to see it here. So the first part of that F go, and then you're doing on the 13th fret to the 15th on the B back. That's 13, 11, 13 on the G string. Back down to the C section then, so it does this again. There's also a slide part here. Again, we're using a lot of those same notes. And then as the song's fading out, there's a part here. It's a little tough to play here, but it's going to be, this is probably the only time I'm actually using something on the D string. So it's on the, I'm here on the 11th fret, and then I'm sliding from 6 to 8, and then 10, which is that C note, that's on the D string. After that, you're going to go and then go up to the F part, and then you play that in the end. And by that point it's fading out, and you can kind of just make up your own stuff as you go along. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you can, and I will catch you on the next one. Alright, so rock on.